Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Christopher Alonso, and today I'm going to discuss to you some of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, growth, and threats that Florida Credit Union has. Credit unions are not insured by the FDIC, but rather through the NCUA. That's the National Credit Union Administration. The NCUA is one of the strongest lobbies in Congress. It's similar to Fannie Mae in this respect. One successful lobbying effort has resulted in geographic chartering with respect to membership bases. This was once unthinkable since credit unions are tax exempt. In the old days, credit unions had to be members of a defined group, for instance, certain employers. Some of the strengths Florida Credit Union has to its advantage are its size versus the amount of members that deposit funds in the union. See, one thing you need to remember is credit unions are required to maintain an adequate capital ratios, just like banks. And failure to maintain those ratios will result in regulations forcing them to merge with better capital credit unions. This is particularly important given the ease of which credit union members can withdraw deposits and the high loan to deposit ratios. Many of this is due to the real estate lending activities. Florida Credit Union has a high amount of members versus the amount of branches. That's a strength. Florida Credit Union has branches all of North, Central, and South Florida. First Florida, just like any other credit union, solely generates its capital through its members. They also have the capability to offer competitive rates rather than other commercial banks. Some of the weaknesses that Florida Credit Union faces is that the fact that they have too little branches at a state level, and they need to expand them. Because of this, they're limited to the amount of capital they can actually raise. Florida Credit Union is given the right opportunity to expand will result in a higher self-capital fund. This will result in basically more money to disperse to the members of clients and offer more of a competitive rate. Their opportunity of growth, since this First Florida is a small credit union, they have the capability, along with the strong balance sheet and the self-funded capital, to expand more branches throughout the state of Florida. Not only that, but they're able to merge with other banks, other credit unions, scratch that, and they could grow and enable their expansion. Some of their strength, their threats. A couple threats that First Florida faces is total losses of loans. If they were to lose all their loans, all their money they have invested and dispersed to their clients will be gone. They would have to tap into the reserves, which doesn't help. Another one that they face is tighter regulations. First Florida Credit Union, all credit unions have a Regulation C. This regulation limits the amount of fees and credit that credit unions can charge to their clients. That's another threat because it cancels their capital if they want to make. If they want to make more money, they can't charge. In conclusion, credit unions are great organizations, yet they were designed to help provide access to credit, not as a place for significant deposits. As always, buyers should be aware that the money market accounts pay 2% above the current treasury rate. That difference is a pure credit risk, and clearly that is not a good risk. It involves a large share of one's assets. That concludes my study in credit unions. Have a good one.